The rise of a global superpower. Let's dive into how America went from an unknown wilderness to an absolute powerhouse.
It's wild to think today's global superpower started as just 13 disconnected settlements about 250 years ago.
But long before that, sophisticated indigenous societies, like the Lenape, thrived for thousands of years in absolute harmony.
Then, the 17th century changed everything. European powers literally raced to grab territory and establish permanent colonies. And hey, it wasn't all pilgrims. For over a century, Britain actually used these colonies to dump their convicts. Eventually, things soured. Taxation without representation became the rallying cry that completely unified the colonies against British rule. Against all odds, American rebels fought 8 brutal years to defeat the world's dominant military and win independence.
By 1789, George Washington was inaugurated in New York City, officially kicking off this crazy experiment in modern democracy.
Next came Manifest Destiny. The U.S. relentlessly pushed westward toward the Pacific, determined to dominate the continent. Obviously, this massive expansion caused conflict. They went to war with Mexico, seizing territory all the way to California. But it wasn't just military. They literally bought Alaska from Russia for a measly $7.2 million. However, this hypergrowth caused huge internal cracks. The young nation nearly destroyed itself over slavery and states' rights. After a super brutal civil war, the Union victory in 1865 ensured a single, unified nation actually survived. Surviving that crucible, America rapidly became this massive industrial giant and a total beacon of hope for immigrants. Fleeing poverty, millions poured in from Europe and Asia seeking a fresh start. This completely turbocharged the economy. Then, in 1898, defeating Spain was a real game changer. It marked America's definitive step onto the global stage. Acquiring overseas territories, like Puerto Rico and the Philippines, meant the U.S. was officially a global imperial power. The 20th century absolutely cemented this dominance, with America playing crucial roles in both World War I and II. During the Cold War, America aggressively pushed its democratic, capitalist influence worldwide to counter the Soviet Union. When the Soviet Union finally collapsed in 1991, America emerged as the undisputed, preeminent leader of the modern world. Today, from Silicon Valley tech to East Coast historic streets, its true superpower is constant evolution and resilience. This explainer proves America's crazy ability to reinvent itself. So, whose epic history should we cover next?